log. It's not touching. It's just that close. So I got the Crosley and the truck inside. So we've got that. Not hitting it is almost touching the license plate in the back of the Crosley, and just barely clearing this. I made sure like I had my garage door opener right like ready to go in case it actually hit back here. So with 100 and some like potential mile-an-hour winds from a storm coming in, I wanted to make sure no hail or anything happened to the truck. So yeah. So I gotta get like towels and stuff over the Yaris now, but I figured before the storm really hit, I got the more like cared thing like protected. Hopefully it doesn't destroy the garage door though. I'm gonna have to cover that up. So that is potentially a bunch of hail, 100-mile-an-hour winds. Hopefully it doesn't end up being up here because most of it is going south of us. I might try and get those inside the garage or the house. And yeah, it's gonna get spicy tonight. What is this wind? Oh, my poor Yaris. Oh, there goes hail. Getting a 1/4 inch here. Nice if the heater would stop. Anyhow, basically, I have cut and angled the firewall on the driver's side because, as you can tell, the tire is literally right up against the old firewall, just barely, because I've lowered the car a whole bunch, and despite me pushing the front wheel base about 2.5 inches forward, the tire diameter is a fair amount larger, and with it being lower, it's just going to hit. So basically cut and angle it. I've already have the panels right sitting up here somewhere to just cut and do that and then weld on top. And the funny thing is basically they're just like kind of spot welded down here and just somewhere way at the top of the firewall. And there's like nothing that ties this structure to the body. So I'm gonna make that a little stronger like I did the driver's side. And hopefully I haven't wasted your guys' time. You guys follow. Also, I cleaned up the wiring a whole bunch on this side, so we'll get that tucked up and routed a little nicer. This stuff that's left is the old HVAC or whatever stuff that I'll eventually wire in to make this work. So, yeah, on to the next cool stuff. Old firewall. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that. This is quite easy. Problem is I got radius of wheel wells more because the tires will hit on the passenger side, and this still has plenty of room I need to cut away. So yeah, cool stuff. Yeah. Gotta love living in Indiana. I've tried moving the Crosley in a different way now to get room for the truck before we have a risk of more hail and more wind than the last storm. I should have got it before, but it worked. The truck fit inside. That was cool. There, I need 2 hands because I'm weak right now. Ow. Come on. There we go. So yeah. I know he's pretty happy driving that thing again. Hope he doesn't hit my tree though. That's how it got marked last time. Cheers. This is gonna taste horrible. Suppose I could say life is good. A little congested, but life is good. Where is it? There we go. Hello. Festiva seat. Apparently it's wider than a Miata seat. It just fits. Like, why? So I'm gonna have to try and find one of those. Hopefully this doesn't look too weird. However, this was also a joke, so yes, it is genuinely cereal. Yes, this is probably going to be a regretful thing. That still tastes normal. Anyways, so I'm going to make sure the mic setting was fixed, and it's actually working this time, so it should be more than clear enough to fix audio issues, because it kept defaulting to the phone despite being hooked up to a mic. Anyhow, so Indiana Steve is about to happen this weekend. I've been really busy just trying to get everything ready for that, because I got Frank Bunk showing up. He's a crazy guy who climbs like storm tower things and gets like those really cool like horizon pics of Harvestiva and stuff. And we've got Will Spencer, who's a really cool friend of mine, who's like a mechanic wizard. So it's really cool. What else? We got Tyler, my friend who moved to New Mexico because he was like, this place sucks, I'm gonna move. And he used to have all these like 70s and 60s like the land yacht cars. Sorry, cereal. So he's really cool. He's going to be flying in literally just to hang out. We've got Zach Nicholas, dude, and he's going to be the one dropping off the parts Festiva, which hopefully will make between 3 to 3,800 or more, because I will be cutting the front headlight section off, quarters off, what else? Structure for the roof and whatnot, because people need that when a tree falls on them or a deer hits the front or other biological things. Anyways, with that said, we've got a few other variables for cool people that'll show up and make the thing kind of cool for Indiana Steva. And the Crosley, I actually have a seat somewhat bolted in. Well, I may have spliced that into the video prior to this, but this is just kind of a recap thing of things going on before my cereal gets soggy, and just Indiana Steva, where I'll have to really rush to try and get that video edited together as it's kind of happening. So yeah, just cool stuff. Been putting applications into a bunch of places around here to see if I can find something cooler for a job, just for like short term, and I'm getting a few responses back, so that's kind of a fun update from the last video where I was saying my workplace sucked. So yeah, we're just gonna stay positive, try not to think about existential dread and all that stuff, and we're gonna get back to, well, the cool Festiva videos coming up in just a few days. So if you guys want to stick around for that whole mess, it'll probably pop up on the channel in like 2 or 3 days from now. But yeah, we're gonna have a lot of cool stuff going on, like part outs, other Festivas showing up.
checking out local stuff. And yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Also, like gun pew pew things at a shooting range. So yeah, it'll be fun. I think I covered everything. I'm gonna go finish my cereal and mess with this thing tomorrow. Hope you guys have a good weekend. And yeah, I think that's it. Bye.
Hello? It moves on its own. What? Yes, I'm recording. It's okay. Yes, it's okay. I can't see a thing. My camera is like really dark, but it's running. I backed it out of here. You can see the trail of like dirt coming out of the road and stuff. It tries to idle when it's in gear. That's the weirdest thing about it. Like it's trying to idle when it's in drive or reverse or anything other than park. So maybe it's just a vacuum issue, but like right now, I've just drove it. Yes, I'm recording. It's okay. I got it outside the garage. It works. Well, the exhaust is barely scabbed together. I just got the downstream O2 sensor somewhat tacked together with the upstream one, but it works. It's outside. It moved under its own power in probably 60 or 70 years. This is mental. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Oh, so I got out of the way, so the Parts Festiva should be able to come in for the Indiana Stiva. So yeah, I'm gonna excel. I'm gonna excel, like celebrate. This is awesome.